Turn off Bluetooth. Okay. All right. So, this is what $300 of materials looks like. So much materials. But we're looking to do some quick and dirty prototypes. I had 3 ideas in mind. One is a rail, like a slingshot type system, a extendo arm type system, and a rail motorized type system. That's right. So I think in order to just sort of like get this going and out of the way, I'm going to try and begin with the pre-made rail system. The only challenge is that with this pre-made rail system is basically attaching it to the arm, and it's also larger than my forearm, so we're going to have to cut it down somehow. We have a couple of ways to do that, but it's probably best to do it with an angle grinder. So we've got to cut the most unimportant stuff out. So we'll try and do that. So with this pre-made, so I'm going to try and start with I'm going to try starting just using this pre-made rail. So these are like desk drawers. So these are rails that are made for desk drawers. So they should be relatively easy to. It should be already be able to slide. Oh, and they don't slow on the out. They slow on the close. They slow on the close, but they don't slow on the. How does it slow? It doesn't slow on the That's strange. It doesn't slow on the extension, but it slows on the close. It's possible that's because there's a pneumatic arm in here, and that's what I think is closing it very softly. Okay, so I think this small pneumatic arm is pushing it outwards. So here's a pre-made one. The idea is that we'll just use this, and basically half the work of it is done already. So we could probably just use the inner rail, because there's this inner rail here, and we just use this to extend outwards. But there's this really interesting mechanism here that slows the I see. So this is a slider, and then so it slows the deceleration by pneumatics, I think, with 2 springs and a pneumatic arm. So the pneumatic arm pushes it outwards, but the spring is what pushes it inwards. And there's a small latch here. I'm not sure how that. I'm not sure how that locks it in place. It's interesting. So yeah, we'll try and use this this pre-made. Pretty much, it's already half made, so I think I could just cannibalize this for the extension fork arm that I'm trying to make. Hey, what's up? Yildemir. How's it going, man? You joined last week. So today we're doing something a bit different. So I've risen to the challenge of taking a class with Mark Robo, and basically we're just building gadgets to solve a problem, like he does on his YouTube channel. So the idea is that we're trying to solve, what can we do to solve a fork, like dropping a fork at a restaurant. So what our solution, so we're trying to solve the problem of dropping a fork at a restaurant, and so we're gonna like create basically an Assassin's Creed hidden blade type system where, you know, on activation it gives you a fork. So we're going to see what we could do to like strap like forks to our arms and hopefully solve that problem, that relatable problem of that relatable problem of dropping a fork at a restaurant. So we're trying to basically get this fork to slide on this rail, and then we will try and work out how to strap that to our arm. I think I have like a couple of ideas, because basically we're making a van brace. So we're making a van brace for our arm, and that should be pretty easy to do. But thing is, like, I want this to be retractable. But the thing is, like, we can begin with it just being gravity fed, because this looks like this is already like extending on its own. So we could just make it gravity fed. So it just on its own, it will extend by itself. But I gotta have a release mechanism. So, but first of all, we need to cannibalize this draw rail. So this is a rail meant for a draw. So we're going to cannibalize it and see if we can do some good things. Well, it's basically, this is already half made. Basically, I'll figure out how to like take it apart. Otherwise, we could just cut it. I mean, we only really need the center system. We only really need this system, I think. And we got a spare in case it all goes wrong. So they put it together. Surely there's a way to undo it. I mean, what's really holding that in? Okay, there's a metal stopper, like, out here. I think, like, we gotta just remove this end bit, and then everything will make sense after that. So is this end bit just glued in, or can we just hammer it out? Yeah, it's a fork launcher. Well, I want, like, that's the dream. So like, I have a couple of designs in my head, but the one that I really want to make is not with rails. So right now I'm doing the really simple one that can just be attached to this rail, and then it'll extend out as we need it. But the one I really want to do is like the one I really want to do will be based on like a Nerf gun. So I bought like this Nerf gun for like $10. And I want to take the mechanism inside, like the thing that makes the darts fire. And I want to strap that to my wrist. And then modify it so it could be belt fed. So I could just like, you know, Rambo style, like a whole table of forks if I want to. So that's the one I want to build, but the Marco Robo course is telling me, you know, start simple. So I don't want to end up empty-handed, right? I want to like, I want to pass this course. So we'll go for the simple one first, and we'll work our way up. So the first challenge is disassembling this rail system that we use. So this is going to be the hidden blade approach, but honestly, I want to do the dream is the belt-fed machine gun system that I want to do. But we'll start small, and we'll go with the hidden blade system. So we just got to remove this cap. I'm not sure how to do that. I think maybe this is just glued in. Or is it just... Oh wait, there's like the small plastic stopper here. So I could just push that in, I think, and then it'll come off. Yeah. Alright, so this is the thing that slows down. This is the thing that slows down the rail. The rail basically undoes this clip, and then it allows itself to retract. This could be useful. This could be useful in itself, actually. Like, a lot of the stuff is pre-made, so we could actually just use this as sort of like a retraction device. It naturally wants to, you know, contract. But we want a system that allows us to, you know, produce a fork from our sleeves. So that's what we're trying to do here. Well, that came out easier than expected. Okay, so if that's out, we can just slide that off. Nice. So we got like this part, which is the one we want. Okay, so the idea is we want to attach the fork and like sleight of hand it into our hand, basically. That's the idea. We want to do that. So I came up, like I was just browsing like a hardware store, and with this system, it's basically already half made. The question is attaching it to the long bit or the short bit? So it seems like naturally it wants to stop like here, but what's stopping it from moving too far? I think it's this plastic clip. So which side is the most useless that I could just cut off and cut down to size? Yeah. Just trying to figure out what is stopping this clip. I think it's this plastic clip. Can't exactly see what's happening down there. So there's these metal bolts here as well. So I'm thinking the metal bolts impact. Nope, the metal bolt doesn't actually touch anything. So you can see it like in here. I was looking at the metal bolt, like this metal bolt here. So it doesn't actually impact anything as I move it down. So it's something else that's stopping the movement from going too far. So it stops this way because there's a cap here on the end and a bumper here that stops it from going too far this way. But what stops it from going too far that way? I think it's this like plastic cap. If I remove that, I think it will come apart. That's the theory. But it's bolted in. The thing is, like, I have the experience to remove this. I can make another bumper. right? Because that's simply just cutting into the sides and then just folding it over. So it's really easy to make this bumper, but it's not easy to make this side. So I think it's easier to remove that and make it shorter than remove this and basically make a new one here than it is to remove sort of like the plastic cap. Because this is, I think it's riveted in. It looks like this part here seems riveted in. So if I wanted to recreate this, I'd have to drill the rivet out, take out the piece, make a new drill hole, and then make another rivet. I know how to do that, but it sounds like too much work. So I think I will tackle this end, cut it smaller, and then make a new bumper. And then we can just like focus on how are we going to so at the moment we could just do a gravity fed system. So if I just hook it to my arm and then just tilt my arm, it'll be a gravity fed system. So that means like it won't be powered. I could just point it down and it'll come out. So all I need is a locking mechanism so that, you know, once it's pushed all the way in, it's locked, and then I just release it and point it at the ground, and then I'll have a fork in my hand. So I think the easiest way to do that is probably just make sort of like a latch system, which I can just pull. So I have a whole bunch of ways I could do that. It'd be nice to have a resetting pin. Yeah. I mean, I could always buy another slide. These are pretty cheap. In fact, we have a spare over there, so... It's just that I can't experiment too much with this material here because I only have like 2. So I can't really screw it up. I have to get it right. Okay. I think that's a plan. But I'd like to remove this slide just to see how the insides work. I don't think there's a way to do that. I'd actually have to remove this pin in order to make it slide out. I might have to ruin this anyway. I do want to know how it works inside. So we'll go ahead and destroy it. I mean, we have a pristine version over there, so we can always screw up one, right? So let's go ahead and destroy it. So we're going to remove a pin. Okay, so we're going to drill it out basically. So there's this plastic bit here, which I suspect is the stopper. So if we drill here, we should be able to remove it. Supposedly. We have a spare if it goes wrong. So complex. Stick a ring on it, and fork won't come away from the hand. Like ring, you put your finger through. Good luck with your gadget. So complex. Stick a ring on it. What do you mean a ring? Stick a ring on what? This? Like, as in, just use a ring to flick it out? I suppose we could do that. That would be too simple. Actually, like, you might be onto something. We do have a stopper here. But how does that work? I don't think I could make use of this in particular. Actually, like, there's a lever already in here. So I could probably just use that. Just detach the springs. We could actually use this lever and just, because this plastic thing opens and closes, so we could just build off that and have a manually operated one instead of like a pneumatic system. But how to take it apart? Okay, so we took it apart. I see. So this thing was just pressed into there. Okay. So this thing was holding it apart, and so we could actually make use of this, so we don't... I just need to make a new base for it, basically. But it still remains that I need to, like, cut this short. But I do want to know how it works inside, so we're going to still have to destroy it anyways. So we're going to make use of that stopper. Yeah, alright. Yeah, we're trying to, like, make a Assassin's Creed style hidden blade, so... Okay. Okay, I think we destroyed the pin. I think it'll come out now. This probably just needs a punch. Yeah, a smaller punch. Yep. Okay, so the stopper is out. So as you can see, there was a rivet holding that in there, in that hole, but now it's gone. So now we can just simply remove it. Now that comes out. Nice ball bearing system. It's possible we just mount the fork onto this, like, ball bearing system. Okay, so the stopper looks like that. And we remove the pin so we could remove it. And the way this works is that this basically goes on top. Okay. So this slides in and out like this. And this stops the movement. What does it impact with? Impacts with something. I know it impacts with something. I think it impacts with something on this rail. I think it impacts with this. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So this is another rail inside it with like ball bearings. And this stopper stops this from moving. Which is like, I think it's sort of like a spacer. Yeah. Weird system. Yeah, so it stops it from moving too far outwards. So it goes like that, and then this, it's positioned here, so it impacts this rail and stops it from moving too far out that way. Ah. So that's how that works. Otherwise it goes too far. Alright. Alright. We could always replace that afterwards. So, I mean, I can always make a new rivet. It's not hard. You can always put it back. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so we have our rail system. Question is, how much do we want to cut off? Because we can mount this like that. That's a good size to mount on our arm, right? So we're looking at a hidden blade that goes something like here. And then we're using a rail system. We're using a rail system to go from here to hopefully here. So it actually doesn't have to move that far at all. So we just want to move like from here to here. It looks like we can just use this ball bearing cart. Actually, we could make it simpler and then just base the fork on this little railway. So ultimately we could put the fork here, right? Put the fork here, it'll be inside here. We just attach it like that. So we could just get the fork. Could also, we could extend this a little bit. We could build on this like small little train and then like make it jut out a little more. So we could like maybe just glue an extra bit of rail or just a bit of sheet metal or wood on this to like extend the fork. So we want from here to here. So this is already doing the job, right? You only need to work on that train, right? So problem is it's kind of gravity fed, but maybe I want it a little heavier so it's more guaranteed to fall out. Here to here. The only thing is we need like a locking mechanism here to stop it from moving forward. And I don't think we could do that with this, reusing this stopping mechanism. So we'll need to come up with a new one. It's not that simple, but can be done. Maybe it should be done on the other end. So go here, because this stopper is a little thick. We could like move it from there to there. What's the maximum length I could give it? So this is like fully concealed, and then fully extended will come out to here. Yeah. I wonder if I could put like a weight on this thing. So we need to build off this train car, basically. Alright. And then maybe also add a little bit of weight to it. I think I could just glue like a bit of wood on here so we have a bit of like a... Hold on, there's holes at the bottom here. So we could also have like a lock down there as well. There's so many possibilities. Right, so what do we do? What's the way we should go here? We've got a train that already goes from here to here. The only thing we need is a locking mechanism of some kind. Which means we need a bigger housing for this, because there needs to be like a spring to push it against. Which we may just use like the original housing. Because we know that this fits. We could put like an extra lock in here, but then what is the locking mechanism that would... Like we could have like a spring that just puts two wedges out and then stops it from moving. But then how do we release it? We could have like a shimmy, like a little bit of like metal strands that go down the sides, and we can just push it in, and it'll push the locks closed. So we do like a shimmy. That might work. So we do need the bigger housing. Okay. I might have to wear it like directly on my wrist and then have it gravity fed. So my concern is that it's kind of gravity fed. Like if I tilt up and down, it moves on its own, but I want it to move faster. So I need to put some weight on it. I don't know. Oh, I do have like sheet metal that I could like add to it. So we'll just glue that on, I guess. And it'll be like more weighty. So I'll have to like put like a bed of wood, and then like some sheet metal, and maybe more sheet metal. Yeah, okay. Pretty sure I have some good sheet metal around here somewhere. Okay. Sheet metal. So we have sheet metal. And this is like thick stuff, so we can like add it on. The locking mechanism, it's what concerns me. So alright. Let's work on the locking mechanism because we need that. Yeah, okay. I do need to get rid of this extra rail. There's a lip of rail that I need to get rid of. Alright, let's just cut and see what happens. So this is just housing, and I plan to just stick this down, so we don't really need all of it. Just cut it here. Alright. Well, I hope we didn't throw out all the angle grinders. Oh, I'll just use a hacksaw. Okay. This is the part I don't want. Think that's where we need to cut? Yeah, okay. Oh, measure twice, cut once. I need locks here and here. I hope I don't screw this up. I want to drill a hole there. Maybe enlarge it with a jeweler's saw. Okay. So we're trying to make the locking mechanism right now. Punch the hole. This might do it. Not sure. How big do I want the hole? So basically we're gonna start a hole so that we can feed like locking pins through the holes so that when we retract it, it will stay in place. Now I'm wondering, yeah. Okay. Gotta just prototype. How big do I want these holes? It's always good to start small and work your way up. Because I don't have a lot of these spares, so I have to get it right the first time. I only have one spare. surprisingly thick. Wow, that was right in the middle. Okay. I could work with that. Uh-oh. Did I not tighten that properly? Okay, so I got holes that are going through this thing. I just need to... basically just sand that down a bit so that it's still smooth. Okay, so we got two holes in the side now, and I'm thinking that I could like shave it away so it becomes more of like a rectangle hole, and I can basically make two locking pins that come inside. So that's the idea. So I'm thinking what is perfect for this job is a jeweler's saw. So this is what a jeweler's saw looks like. Basically, you feed the wire through and you can just saw whatever shape you want. Now, I'm just going to experiment slowly. Maybe I should make this hole not that big. Maybe just double this hole size. Maybe that'll work. Maybe like here. Okay, so I marked out the line where I want the pins to stop, so we'll make that work. Can I remove the train? I'm afraid if I move the train, the ball bearings will come out. Yeah, maybe I should just leave it in there. I think it's good to mark it on the inside too, so I know exactly where to stop. Okay. Also, I need to change the angle on this thing. Now this is the real TF2 engineer gameplay? I know, right? Man, we haven't even done the gun build yet. So I don't know if you, I don't know if you know what I'm doing, but I'm taking like Mark Rober's class. So he has a class on monthly that says, you know, to go viral, and I kind of want to make it as a YouTuber as well, if my luck is good. But basically he says, like, fix a problem everyone can relate to. So I'm trying to fix the fork, like dropping a fork at a restaurant. That's the problem I'm trying to solve. And so we're going to do it. So this is going to be an Assassin's Creed type blade, where, you know, it will produce a fork whenever you need it, hidden blade style. So what we've done is, so far as that, we've deconstructed this drawer extender. We've just basically taken this bit, shortened a few places, but we basically took this device and we're modifying it so that we can like do all of that crazy stuff. So we're at the bit where I need to put a locking mechanism into it, otherwise it's just not going to work. So yeah. So what we're going to use is a cool little tool called a jeweler's saw. And so they use these to basically like saw jewelry. And so we're going to use it because we need to do like some fine cuts in here. I mean like fine as like super fine. We're trying to make this a rectangle as best as we can. We might get in there with a rotary tool if that's still around. It probably isn't anymore actually. So we'll have to do that. But we have some files. We have some like jewelry files. So I'm confident we can get this done. So all we're going to do is we're going to load up a small little like jeweler's saw. Okay, it's basically a really, really tiny saw. Yeah? I don't know if you can see that. It's a really, really fine, like, saw. I can't really show you that well. I don't know. Can it autofocus? Can it autofocus? Yeah, it's a really, really fine saw, so... So I'm going to use this to hopefully do what we need. I think pushing is better, so I'll put in the pushing position. And I want the pull down stroke to cut. So I've got to align the teeth accordingly. So we clamped it on one side. Now the fine bit where we Basically feed the wire through the drill holes we made. And like, this saw is very, very delicate, so you can't be rough with it. Like, you could snap it very, very easily. I'm trying my best here to get the other end sorted before I clamp it shut. So, I think that's a good height, so we could just close that up there. Now, okay, we clamped it shut, and now we extend the main neck to make it tight. Okay. Alright, I think we're good. Alright. So, probably should have done this before, but I think I can just loosen that and just pull this out a bit. So I got some like space to move. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Sawing. Please don't snap. Trick is, do not ever force it with this saw. Ever. If it's not going, don't force it. Oh, it's stuck. So I'm trying to like carve myself some breathing room here. It's kind of tough. Okay, I think we cut through something. Alright, cool. A piece fell out. That's good. Okay, we're gonna cut this way. Don't force it, don't force it. Ah! Stuck. Okay. Let's be cool. Okay, we're making progress. Although I think I should just thread it through one hole, and then two. I think that would be a lot easier. So I'm just repositioning the saw blade. Repositioning the saw blade. Okay, I think. Okay. Tricky. It's really finicky, this thing, but it's a really good tool if you don't break it. And that's half the battle, not breaking this thing. Okay. Whew, alright. I'm going to reposition the camera so you can see what's going on. Because, whoa! Okay, the blade isn't broken. That's fine. I love this thing. It's got like zoom features. Do you have to lose a finger? I haven't lost any fingers. I don't know what you're on about. Just get this bar out of the way. Ah! Don't lose the blade is probably what I meant. Ah! Oh god. I think it was much better when I went through the hole. So I kind of want a rectangle on this thing. Very fine and precise rectangle. Uh-oh. Ooh! And that's what I meant. I snapped the blade. Because it's just a wire. It's a tiny little wire. And I snapped it. Alright. Lesson learned. Do not use weird angles. I have to thread it through both. I have to thread it through both holes. I mean, that saw is still usable, but I want long strokes, so I'm using the long one. I'm using a new long blade. I have to go through these holes, and it's just tricky by nature. Hope I didn't break anything. I didn't break anything. Okay. Okay, I think the sword's ready to go now. Don't force it. Why are you stuck? Why? Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. God. Tricky business, this. Don't become a jeweler. Don't force it, don't force it. Don't force it. Stay on target. Stay on target. Okay, okay, okay. That's where we want to be. Nice. Alright, we made some semblance of a rectangle. We just need to file that out, probably. We'll release the blade. Okay. Whew! That was surgery. Okay, I want a rectangle. I don't know what you guys are reporting. This is the artist studio. I'm just making things. I haven't lost a finger yet, so that's good. Okay. Okay. Looks alright. Alright. We made ourselves a small rectangle up there. Now to do it on the other side. Okay. Now that I've got these tools. Yeah, this is, right? Kinda is. We're making a hidden blade type launcher. But it's but we're using a fork, so but you know, it technically could hold anything. Technically. Just gotta adjust the blade. My God, get in there. Ah! Why you gotta be so difficult? Alright, I'll feed it from the top. Yeah, it might be easier. Alright, we're just basically trying to feed this wire saw through. Okay, we gripped it, now we just gotta tension it. Good, I've got the tension. Okay. Now, just gotta do the cutting. Should move this out a little more. Don't have any room to move in there. Okay. Don't force it, just let it cut. Ah, did I break the blade? Hope not. Please, God, no. Was I just pushing too hard? Easy. Alright, I didn't break the blade. But it's bent quite a bit. Oh yeah, I broke it. Fuck. Alright. It's hard to get used to these things. I got plenty more. So, at least that's a thing. I broke the blade. Ugh. Ah, shit. Here we go again. Just push too hard. It's just a small little wire. Okay. Try again. It's not moving. Why is it not moving? Really delicate, this saw. Very delicate. Okay. Alright, just easy. We're doing good work. Just take it easy. Alright, okay. Just very, very gently. Press over to the other side. Up, up, up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on here? Why aren't you going where I want you to go? Easy. Easy. It's getting tight for some reason. Alright. God, this is stressful. Okay. Alright. Woo! Alright, we have... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, wait, whoa. No sudden movements. Okay. Alright, okay. Okay, we've wanted to go without cut. Now, we just gotta cut across, hopefully, without snapping the blade. Easy. Almost there. It's getting tight for some reason, I'm not sure why. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. We extracted that. Okay, now we're just gonna cut the final triangle on the left. And then we're in the home stretch. Okay. Here we go. Uh-oh. Just don't bend it too much. Uh-oh. It's getting tight. Alright. Just gonna bring this bar out a little more. So I have some more hand room. This is tight for some reason. Hold it straight. Just hold it straight. Let the blade do the work. Almost there. Uh-oh. Yep. Okay. We cut through. Alright. Got a bit more to cut off. But I guess I could sand that part. I think I should just file it from here. Alright, release the blade. Okay. Oh, that was like stress. That was stress. I'm sorry about your ears. Very. But now we've got to like clean up all of this. And just, I think we'll tackle the sides first. Alright, that's going down the side. Now the other side. Okay. That's pretty much square. Is one side bigger than the other? Yeah, kind of is. So much more material to remove. I'm not fancying sanding all that off, but what choice do we have? Okay. Whew. Alright. We have our two holes that we, two rectangular holes that we put in there. So hopefully now we can use these for locks. Yeah. I saw a very simple design for like locks, so I'm going to just implement those. I want to clean up some of this. I want to deburr this. There's a few more burrs on this side too. Cool. All right. So we put these two holes in. So the idea is that we want to like put in like pins that go in through here, and then basically stop. So imagine this is the pin, and we're gonna put like pins through here to stop the rail car going forward. That's the idea. Was it better to do it this way? If I did it this way. No, this way. Yeah, this way. So we're going to put pins in here to stop the cart moving forward. And hopefully we could do it in the housing we had before. So we're going to use this housing, because this is like the big part of it. So this is going to sit in here. Alright. Pins are going to be in here. Which means I need to remove this and this. I don't think I have any rotary tools, so I'm going to just have to file them off. What do I have for files? Okay, I'm going to have to file off here. No, wait. Maybe not. Where do I need to file? Just gonna mark out where I need to file. So I think I need like this section here and this section here filed off so I have enough work room. This is just a housing, it's not going to affect anything, I think. I wonder if we could just use the bench grinder? No, probably not. Okay. Just gonna have to do it the hard way. That's a lot of material to remove. Yeah. That's new. Maybe there's an easier way to do this. Maybe I could sand it off? I feel like this sandpaper may not be working. We'll switch it up a bit. Maybe a stone would work. Oh yeah, it's taking off some material. And maybe it's something only a file can do. Or maybe I can cut through here and just bend it off? Maybe I can just cut it. It's just taking a long time to get through and shave off all that material. Fork launcher sounds hazardous. It's not as hazardous as it sounds. It's going to be a hidden blade type setup. So it's just going to be like here, and then it's going to be gravity fed as well. So it's only going to come out when you point it to the ground. So it's like yeah, it's an Assassin's Creed hidden blade setup, basically. Ugh, that sound. That sound sounds gross. I'm doing this right even. But I do want to do a version where, one shoots out like a dot. That's the dream. Alright, cool. Cut through that. Okay, cut through that. I wonder if I could just grip it and cut it off. Nope, just... It's not exactly what I want. It's not what I want at all. I love those games, yeah. So basically I'm just trying to like... I've undertook like an engineering challenge to prototype something like really quick for a month. So have you ever like dropped a fork in a restaurant? Because this may be the thing for you. I think jeweler's saw might be the way to do this. It won't be as tricky as before because now we're just cutting from this side. This may be a bit too hard. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe I should just grind it off. Alright, I'm gonna grind it off. Be right back. Well, you can come watch. I'm gonna just grind it off. wonder if that could be bent off now. Okay, just got a bit more grinding to do. But we've basically removed this section, which is nice. Yeah, cool. Man, like, we're doing the prototype and we're still building it, so kind of lame. Alright. So we shaved off the sides. So now that we could, like, put on the pin, like the gate that I intend, but I want to smooth out these edges first. Okay, I think I should clean up my workspace a bit. Don't need the jeweler's saw anymore. Okay. It's a good thing I have these, like, jewelry files. I'm saving my goose right now. Alright, okay. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. Alright, so I got enough to work with here. Just want to clean it up. Okay, so I want to put in pins into here. And how long do they have to be? Okay. So I want them going out to in. So just using a small bit of popsicle stick. You can make these pins out of popsicle sticks. So we want basically a lever that goes through like that. I only need a little bit of this popsicle stick. Make it quick and dirty. Actually, I might have to file it down. So I need to... How long does it have to be? Okay, so it's going to sit in like that. And this... maximum about this long, probably. So I don't need anything beyond that. I mean, we can always, like, we have more popsicle sticks, so it should be pretty easy to... Okay, so we need a lever that goes in like that. And I might need to make a small drill hole. Right on the edge. Alright, I need to make a drill hole right on the edge. It's kind of the same. It's a little misaligned. Make a little drill hole right on the edge for this to work. Might have to start with a small drill bit. Small but not too small. What's the thickness of that popsicle stick? Maybe that'll work. It's kind of the thickness. That's weird. Huh. It doesn't actually grip. How very strange. Small drill bits don't actually fit inside this drill. Oh, I pushed the drill bit in. Wasn't really locked properly. Am I just building a machine that launches forks? No, I'm trying to solve the age-old problem of dropping your fork in a restaurant. So, you know, have you ever had that happen to you before? It's happened to me lots of times. So what I'm doing is that what can you do? Like, so this machine is meant to help you produce another fork whenever you need it. Oh, that wasn't put in properly, but that's okay. We finished the deburring anyway. So yeah, it's meant to produce a fork whenever you need. So here's the idea. So basically, we got like a drawer system in here. So this is like a slider for a drawer, and we got like a small little cart with ball bearings in here. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna build on this cart and basically attach a fork to it, right? Like so. And so we're gonna have it wrist mounted like this. So you know you're eating or whatever, and then the fork you drop your fork. So what do? So what the idea is that we're gonna have like this machine that allows you to basically produce a fork from your sleeve like magic. So as you tilt down, the gravity will feed out and it will put a fork in your hand, right? Ready to go. So that's the basic idea of this. It's just, like a small project for funsies. Technically, you can put like anything in here. So we're using a fork for now, but it could be easily a knife. So it's basically an Assassin's Creed type situation. Like, it's an Assassin's Creed type fork. Well, type mechanism. I'm wondering, like, maybe it's better to have it like handle first, so you could just take it from the handle and put it in your hand. Maybe handle is the better way to go, but that's the idea. We're just producing like a wrist-mounted sleeve that allows you to do this. That's the idea. Quick and dirty. So we could have made it all from scratch, but we're improvising. So this is just going to be the housing, and we're trying to make like pins that spring forth from this. Maybe this is too... So that's the idea. Alright, we could work with this. Except I drilled it on the wrong... Wait, it's the other way around. So... I don't know why it's kind of stuck here. Yeah, I don't know why it's kind of stuck like that, but maybe I just need to clean that out better. Anyway. Alright. So we're trying to put in a lever in here. We might have to like file it down heaps more. And this hole and pinion might be just a little too hard. It's possible like I need to do this somewhere else. I think I might need like a band that goes across. Or at least like super glue it in. Yeah, maybe I'll just super glue it in. Alright, I got plenty of materials, so we could do that. I'm gonna have to like basically glue it in. The idea is that we're making a sort of pivot. If only I had like... Yeah. Okay, let's work on this first. We can... What am I working on? I'm making a like a trick fork that comes out of your sleeve. It's to help you solve the dilemma of dropping a fork at a restaurant. Can't use the fork once it's dropped, so you need a second fork as a backup. You know what I mean? I'd have to use this tiny thing. Alright, how tall does this have to be? Has to be pretty tall. Let's just say that tall. That piece went to the nether. Okay. Lesson learned. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut that to size. If not, I might have to do it out of wire. And just gonna heat up the hot glue gun. Need that. Neat. Okay. Alright. Let's work on this piece. So I'm trying to make like a little flap that will fit in these drill holes. So it's gonna need like maybe that much. Okay, we're trying to make like a small little moving part. Alright, so the idea is that we have these drill holes like here. We've got 2 drill holes there, so really tiny ones. We want like flaps to fit inside so we can make like a latch. So like tiny little it's not really an original idea. It's basically the Assassin's Creed hidden blade. So, but we're replacing the blade with a fork. Now we're going for like a simple build, and we're just making it we're a simple build and making it gravity fed, because like that means fewer moving parts. We just got to make it slidey. So, but the idea is like making the moving parts of this is just a bit hard. Okay, so I don't know if this will fit. But we're just gonna try. We're kind of improvising as we go. So we're trying to make like a small little piece, T-shaped piece, to act as our lock. So we're trying to make it fit inside those drill holes. It's not there yet. We're gonna do a bit more filing and fine tuning. Where am I from? I'm from Australia. So, welcome. Where about you? Whereabouts are you from? So we're just here in the workshop doing some tinkering around. Normally I would like just... So I'm currently doing an engineering challenge right now. So we're basically just trying to... We're basically just trying to like build a small little prototype that will allow us to solve a problem. So I've decided to make a hidden blade. It's almost fitting in there. Just needs a bit more sandpaper. Oh god, we broke it. It snapped off. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Maybe I could just use a nail instead. So we snapped it, we broke it. It's our fault because the grain of the wood wasn't so good. What if I used like a small nail? Okay. That hole just needs to be enlarged. We could use like something like this. So this is a rivet, but we could just use the shaft bit. Unless we find something like smaller. I swear we had nails. Oh, here we go. Alright, so... what did I think it was before? Alright, so we actually got like tiny little nails. So we could just stick something to this, and it might work. I think that's probably better. Alright, let's try that. So... oh yeah, the nail fits through. So that's perfect. See, so the nail fits through. So that will act as our pivot. Just got to figure out how to keep the nail up there. I think I got to make a small hinge out of wire. So I think I'll do that. So the problem with this is that it's got a hole on one side, but it's got nothing on the other side to hold it in. So I'm thinking maybe I'll drill 2 holes in here and just have a wire. So that goes through and just tie that off. Yeah. So it's going to be some fine work, but I think we could do that. Okay. It has to be that big of a drill hole though, because that's the smallest I could go. So we drill holes through there. Okay. Okay, that's a plan, that's a plan. I thought I had to make like a sort of plate to sandwich it in, but no, we can do better than that. Okay. We can easily just tie it in with wire. I think I have wire around here somewhere. It's got to be some wire. Alright. I was a little afraid, but I got this. Okay, so what I need is to punch a hole. I'm going to use a marker. So the nail's going to come through like this. We basically just need to tie the other end to the other side. So this is the housing. It doesn't really matter so much that... it doesn't really matter so much that it's... basically the sides and the rails don't have to... they don't have to fit. So this has got to be very precise work to tie this in properly. So 1 here, 1 here. Probably even more precise than that. Okay, so we can see the nail from here. Just gotta very precisely drill some holes. Here. And here. I hope that'll work. It might not. What's plan B? I could get a piece of metal and just drill a hole through it and then bend that over, making a sort of hinge. I think that might be better because I could just super glue that on. Shoot you with what? Shoot you with something. Oh wow, paper clips. Forgot I had these. Okay, first of all I need some metal. I need like a small strip of metal that is larger than this nail. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. So I'm gonna use the metal cutter for this. Don't really need too much. I'll shoot you with something, Halo. Won't be my pee-pee. Okay. We've got a plan. Right, I just got to drill through the center of this, and then that will be a better hinge than what I was thinking of. Because we don't have a lot of real estate inside the track, so inside the housing, so that's why we need to be a bit more creative. Yeah, I just got to get a punch. That's a crappy punch. Good. Okay. This only needs to come out so far. Nice. Got kind of a small hinge going. So, the idea is that we kind of removed a bit of material there, so we need to make a hinge of some kind. So what we're going to do is make that. So we got that. All right. So I was worried that I wouldn't be able to hold the nail in place, but because I can add material back with this small bit of plate, I can basically just super glue this strip on the side and it'll hold the nail in place. So that's good. I'll just have to glue it wherever. Okay. So now we need something to go through here. I think I can split this apart. If not, I could just shave it down, I think. This is going to be the tricky bit. Or maybe I just file it down. It's not too... It's a very soft material. We don't need too much of this. You just snap it off. Ow. Okay, and then we can file the rest. I think it's best to put the nail through here whilst we still can. Alright, so we just need to put the nail through here, and then through here. Ow. That hurts. So, here's the basic idea. This is going to be our latch, and it's going to go on that rail system like this. Obviously, I need to like shave down the wood so that I could turn. But so this is basically that idea. We're just gonna try something like that. Just gotta fine tune this shape. Could use a bit more sanding. Yeah. So yeah, we're making a fork launcher. So so like basically this is a hinge that comes out, and then we're trying to make this turn. So that's why we need to like sort of like curve it off. Why a fork launcher? Why not a fork launcher? So basically the idea is that I'm trying to solve a problem that everyone can kind of relate to. And so that problem is dropping a fork in a restaurant. What do? Pick up the fork like a savage? So what we're doing is that we're producing a hidden blade so that you can just produce another fork and continue eating and not eat off the floor like a savage. So we're using the power of technology to see if we can like make a latch. So all we've done here is like so this is the train cart that's going to carry the fork. We drilled like 2 holes in the side here, which is going to like house our locking mechanism. So I saw online on how to do this, so I know what the locking mechanism kind of looks like, but it's just a matter of getting this piece small enough to fit and do what I need it to do. So that kind of fits that already, but does it fit in the actual thing? I really regret like putting it so close onto the edge. So, alright, well, I'm just gonna feed all the parts through with this nail. That. It's kind of... Yeah, because like there's a bit of a metal... It's got some metal width there. So it doesn't really work that great. So I have to shave it down even more. It might be to the point where I have to like shave it all the way down and then just glue this directly on the pivot or on the edge. So we'll see how much we can shave down. But honestly I think like there won't be any wood left on one side, so which means we have to glue it. Like we're getting like really close to the edge. I'm sanding that down. Suka Blyat. Hello, my Russian friend. Pretty much. I don't have a girlfriend, so... But I'm hoping in demonstrating, like, skill and creativity might land me somebody. It's true, you need a lot of time to do something like this. I'd usually be working on my armor, but, yeah. But I decided to take on this challenge, so... See, that works well, but I need to take account of the metal width here. Hey, that kind of works. So we kind of got like the beginnings of it going. I think it's better if I remove some more material on here so that this sits further down. Yeah, I think it's best if I... Yeah, I'm gonna remove a little more material. So I'm just gonna grind it a little bit. Hopefully I don't shave my hand off. that's enough material. We'll see how we go. Just shave that down and clean it up a bit. Okay, got some more clearance, so I can just glue this on the side, no problems. Hey, nice. It could use a little more sanding though. It's not quite so free yet. I think I am taking a lot of that material off and I end up like just having to... I think I have to just glue the nail in there. Okay. That is what I'm looking for. But I think I might have to glue it anyway, because it's very... It also doesn't sit fully flush on this thing. Might have to redo this. Okay, lessons learned. I have to drill right on the edge. And I might have to use the whole timber instead of like splitting it in half, so that it provides like a consistent locking mechanism. Might even have to be thicker than that. So I might have to stack some popsicle sticks together to get the width I need. How many popsicle sticks will it take to match that width? Okay. See, like, so the hole is like, I don't know why I made it this way, I'm kind of dumb. But the hole is like suspended halfway up that bar. So I need to get like the locking mechanism in the middle. So yeah, that's a boatload of fun that I need to figure out. So that I can lock consistently. Okay. So, how many popsicle sticks? So if I layer them like this, looks like I only need like 4 popsicle sticks. See that? So this is the track, right? Looks like it's 4 popsicle sticks wide. So that means I can make the center 2 popsicle sticks that locking mechanism, and the outer 2 just whatever. So if I glue all of these together and then work on it, I think we might have something. Okay, so we got our laminate here, which is basically just popsicle sticks glued together. We'll drill through this and then have another go at making that latch. This latch is like the most precise thing that needs to be done well. But we're slowly learning how to make it, so it might be the point that I just need the middle. Yeah, I'm liking this deal less and less by the day. Looks like I might have to like hand file it more than I need to. So we'll see. But let's get this drilled. Remember to drill right on the edge. So that this nail can fit through. That's a punch. I should really clean this up. Just gotta move the stuff I don't need out of there. Looks like I need to shave down the popsicle stick a lot more. I think I've made a really bad call in making the holes right on the edge. Because it's got to have some clearance to turn, but I was afraid that I would have to... I was afraid because we don't actually have that much room on the outside anyway for the middle part to fit. It's going to be like a really tight fit on the outside there. Here we go again. Maybe it's just easier to cut a notch and just glue the nail in. Maybe that's easier. But I need everything to like fit together, so that's why we're just rapidly prototyping parts. So we're kind of like just improvising as we go. The fork launcher! Yeah, okay. I'll promise I'll come over and shoot you with it. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. It's like 21 minutes left, damn. I knew there was something wrong with the chat. I don't know what it was. Oh, this music is just a collection of like Japanese type, themes that I just found in games. So it's a little bit from everywhere. So like Red Alert 3, Aragami, Okami, Total War, Sekiro, Ghost of Tsushima. So yeah, just random Japanese style, like themed music. Because like otherwise I'll just get DMCA'd. But with like video game music, it's alright. Okay. Okay, it's a little wide, a little chunky on the sides. I just got that joke. Must be eating fast food. I get it. Food must be fast to have a fork launcher. I get it. See what you did there. Alright. Yeah, it's still too thin. Okay, we just need to shave down the other side. Alright, might have something here. Okay. Just need to shave down a lot more. Hmm. Okay, so I'm imagining a hook type shape. Yep. I'm imagining a hook type shape so that it can like latch in. Just need to extrude that a bit more. Yep, needs to be a bit more. Once I get the first shape, I'll be able to make the other one easier. Ah. Just gotta clean the file. You generally wouldn't use metal files with wood. but I don't have any wood files. Ow. Alright, so what I'm trying to do is that this is going to pivot. So if you can see that hole, right? Take a look real close. Right, so there's a hole, and we're trying to get this to pivot off that hole, and then into that latch hole in the center. So we're trying to like basically allow that to hook in like this, and we'll use a spring on this side to like be able to do that. I don't know if I'm overcomplicating this or if there's another easier way to do this. Maybe there's an easier way to do this. Maybe I should just abandon this housing because it doesn't really need to have walls. Maybe I should just make it flat and then like go from there. I think I'm making it too hard for myself to try to build it out of this thing. Maybe I should just, yeah. Well, on the verge of it working, I think. On the verge. Just needs a bit of a file down. Almost there. Okay, just gotta cut it off there. It's a real bitch to make like small tiny parts. Okay, so we almost got this latch working. Almost. It's just fine-tuning upon fine-tuning upon fine-tuning. So the idea is we want it to sit in there like that to lock it. Question is how we're going to pivot it outwards. I don't really need the rest of this block. It's just easier to sand it. Oh man, it's that time of night. Didn't have time to finish it today, so might have to continue into tomorrow. Am I just doing this wrong? I think maybe wood might be just too thick. Maybe I should just make it out of metal. Like metal sheet. A metal sheet is easier. It's thinner and strong. I'm going about this the wrong way. Thanks for watching.